Yeah. What is going on here? Hello. Good evening. These 2 weeks I will see you. 1 week you are permitted. I will go to last day. Why? Yeah. All of you stand up. Standing. Yeah. All of you be quiet. All of you be quiet. Varun, you have to be quiet. Yeah, all of you stop talking. So I have to come and shout at the people to be quiet. Okay, so excitement, I don't know why it's so excitement. Who is that sitting there? Who is hiding there? Achha. Good evening to you all. Good evening. How much all of you learn now? Yes. I say answer to me is homework is done means what is the answer? 121 is that. Yeah. Done. Today you done the homework. Non-rank students, sit down. Okay, open your note. Take out the notebooks and what? Take it. All of you take out the notebooks and what? Okay. Anyone, math not classroom, you take it down now. Take it out. Who is there talking there? Okay, taken fast. Take one notebook. Open the notebook. Open the notebook. Take the pen. Write your marks out of 80 and out of 100. Out of 80 and out of 100. Mark you write down. Hello, Paritosh. Can you need a help to come in? I was asking. Yeah. I cannot. All of you wrote? Out of 100 doesn't know. Out of 80 also. 80 also you don't know. And you didn't go to PTL. Very good. That's another interesting. You don't need to write. I got that. Very interesting. You not anything. Ashita, you not anything. I'm telling you, what is your parents? Not just This man want Choxy man. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Akshay, sorry. This one. Come here. Where is this one? Dancing? Come here. Yes. All of you sit down. Sit on the second bench. Second bench. Yeah. Those who got 75 plus 76 plus stand up out of 80. You have marked 78. Where is this mark? Silly mistake. You also same. Silly mistake. You are 76.
Yes, I did one.
Those who got 70 plus. What is your mark? 71. 71 or 70. 72. 70. Okay, the one more. Those who got 64 plus. Very good. Sit down, all of you. In my opinion, now let me talk now. In my opinion, I have seen the question paper, and in your among the papers, maths paper was the most easiest paper among all the subjects. Yes or no?
Yes.
So then I expected 2 or 3 full marks on this. Start to say there are people getting 15 or also. Okay. Yeah. You don't need to be. 1-5. Okay. That is also there. So look here, and the second one. Those who got 64 above, at least 80% above, your mark of internal should have been 20. Always the internal marks, whenever we hear means, this one, whenever I hear the mark from the previous years and all, whenever we just start directly either 20 or 19, that's generally always the people used to get. Here now, there are people are getting 10 marks out of 20. There one fellow wrote 7 out of 20 also. That means internals, how the marks are going. You have to be careful. I am telling this on internals, then later stage, internals will be given by whom? Teachers. Teachers will give you mark like that. If your behavior is up to the level, then if you are behaving, if your work is not properly doing, then the teachers will give the mark. So be careful. 20 marks. For the teacher, instead of 20, 90, 80, very easy to write. Whereas your percentages will come down. 1 mark means how many percentage for the 2? Anyone knows?
1 upon 6.
1 upon 500. That's the 5 generally takes. Okay. That's the 5, 1 that is coming as 0.2 percentage. That way. So if it is coming 5 mark on me, how much mark? 1 mark from the 1%. Suppose you are aiming for 98%, it will come 97. Like that. So be careful. Okay. So every mark percentage will reduce. So be careful, do it seriously. Okay. So expected quite a lot of people more. Some people are really done well, but full mark is not now. Little careful. No. You also.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, let's try for the next time. Aditya, how much you got?
Yes, sir.
How much you got in your exam school?
Sir, 69 out of 80.
69
out of 80.
out of 80. Swastika,
So my school exams are not done yet. Math is there on 6th September.
6th September is here.
Yes.
6th September, that means 1 month. After a month, you are going to get the result. Summer, you are from which school?
Sir, both are. We still have
Both are.
got.
Marks are coming better or what? Improvement is there?
So, like, we have our term exam from October.
October. So recently one exam was there, na? 40 mark paper was there, na? Chalo, all right, okay, let's get back to the topics and all. Hello, celebration is going on? Where are you going, Ashit? Sit there only, na? You decide when you are going to study, you sit there. No, what is the point? You sit there. And you decide when are you planning to study. Okay, just stand up there, Ashita. You decide. Now, do you know what is the date now? August is only another 6-7 days only there. You decide what is your future plan, and according to you, you are coming to meet the friends and having fun, you know. You know or not? That is the reason you are coming to UT, you know. What is the aim of coming to UT? Study. Anything studying is happening? Happening now. Maths, anything is happening? Any improvement of that? Yeah, please don't tell me. You heard that child from 78. There are 71, 76 years same or the student. They also got the same question paper like you know, or from different question paper. Same type also got no. Please don't tell me question paper I do. You got okay, you feel like 50 mark plus or 56 plus. I'm telling her I have a problem. I can do that. Understood. And what your marks for and after that you are doing maths question paper this problem, please don't. That is not an excuse. Okay. If you have really wanted to study to score a mark, you come to me, I will tell you what is to be done. Okay. But you decide yourself. If I tell somebody else, then it's not going to help you. Okay. You are studying anything? I don't know. When the marks come, I will come to you. Yeah. This one now done. Coordinate job. Sorry. This equation of a line is completed. So early, you know. Equation of a line is completed or not yet? Yes, sir. You said to bring the second one. Which school? What is the mark in maths? Out of it or under? Out of one. Smith. Huh? No, not behind. But you're happy with the mark now? Huh? Why? So you do one thing, you know, this part, you know, reduce less, use this one more. No speaking now. You do study. Your friends are getting mark and your mark, what happened? You think that you are not able to? Yeah. So chapter this is over now. Attendance sheet has come. What one is not over? It says 14.4 is done. No? Yes, sir. What is the problem on which is going to Pratik, you are absent last class. Why you are sitting and talking there? Standard, come and sit in the front bench. If you yeah. Now, next drawing students. Kansha, when is your next test paper?
Second term will be in October.
Second term or revision test 19th September. You know which are topic here? Practical reference.
Equation of a line.
Chapter number 24.
Find out, do.
And next.
Find out which are the chapters and let me know. Okay. So then accordingly we will do that chapter. Any other school, any chapter?
Emissions.
This is meaning. Heights and distance, you are from the Ryan only, no?
Yes,
Then
sir.
why are you showing? Other school means
Sir,
again. Huh?
different chapter from
Different chapter and different school.
different school, different chapter.
Which school?
And
The Ryan only is telling now.
and harder.
Also, do you know which other chapter is coming?
Yes, sir.
Which other chapter is coming?
Sir, that section and midpoint and.
That is done now.
Yes.
Which are not done either.
Sir, I said.
Are you? Why please? Okay, heights and distances are coming some of the school. Example is coming. Okay, heights and distance. Based on let's do the heights and distance. It's a. Absent. Yeah. So. The next part it is coming. Listen carefully. Application of trigonometry. Chapter is called application of trigonometry or heights and distances. Okay, this is the one of the main application of trigonometry is doing as heights and distances. Word itself is there. Height can be find out, distance can be find out. Listen carefully. All of you can close the volume and I will explain the basic. My basic things are explained, then you can do it. First and foremost thing is this chapter consists of listen now. I need to write it down. This chapter mainly you are going to do it as word problems. Only word problems only in this chapter. Word problem means with the given situation, you have to make the figure. From there, solve the triangle. Okay, solving the triangle means one angle, one right triangle. So one right triangle, one angle, and the side is given. Therefore, you will be getting us, the correspondingly. So we will put your photo over here. Okay, I will make a front page and I will see this way. This way, instead of this one, there's a pattern. I will. So you which action? This action. Provided now, you have to score more than. Do you know what is this mark? Okay, 98.8. Now this time we got 99.6. So you also get either 99.6 or more than. Then your part will be whatever the way. I'll promise you one page, full page. Okay, full picture.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If not getting. Think at that time we will I'll show. See my banga. So that's it. Okay. So 51. Happy? Yes. So Friday I didn't see you. Yeah. Okay. Now, what are the basic requirements for this chapter is from the trigonometry of the listen here. From the trigonometry, the values last year, whichever you studied, even this year also we revised. First thing is the ratios. You know how many trigonometrical ratios we have? 6 ratios. You know all the 6 trigonometrical ratios?
Yes, sir.
And the relation between the sides? Yes, because you tell Ishmeet Singh.
6 sides.
So tell me which are
Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, cosec theta, and sec theta.
okay. So you know what is sin theta?
Perpendicular by hypotenuse.
Perpendicular by hypotenuse.
Cos theta perpendicular upon base. Tan
Cos theta.
perpendicular.
B upon
Sit down.
Base.
Sit down. Yes, Neil. What is cos theta?
B upon.
What is B? Base upon hypotenuse. What is tan theta?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular upon base. What is sec theta?
Hypotenuse upon base.
Hypotenuse upon base. Paritosh. What is cosec theta?
Hypotenuse upon
Perpendicular. And Kansha. What is cot theta?
The
Base upon perpendicular. Naira. In a triangle. You're okay now? What's the problem here? You sit over there. You are okay medically now, fit or not? Or still problems are there? No. Okay, in a triangle, do you know how to identify which is perpendicular and which is base? Sure, no. These are for which type of triangle?
right angle triangle.
It is for the right angle triangle. Do you know what is the right angle triangle?
90 degree.
One of the angle is 90 degree. So this triangle.
96. Sir, UT's test paper of math was the white question.
Tell me what in this figure, tell the name the side. Okay, then according to perpendicular base and hypotenuse tell. What is perpendicular? What is AB is the perpendicular and base hypotenuse AC. You agreed with all of you? Okay, but the all are equally wrong.
No, sir.
Now, when I said is wrong, you know, put that down. Okay, all of you listen. No. Perpendicular means the side opposite to theta. Remember that one. What is perpendicular? The side opposite to theta. So which is perpendicular over here? What is the hypotenuse first of all?
Longest side.
Hypotenuse. Then the other one side is base.
Base.
If it is opposite, suppose if it is that is right. Suppose if I mark this as theta, then hypotenuse will be here. Are you followed this much, all of you? Okay, this is the first thing. Okay, ratios all of you know. Arshita knows all the trigonometrical ratios. I cannot hear. Do you know all the trigonometrical ratios? Speak loudly, otherwise, you know, if the teachers are not there or somewhere, you scream and shout and all. When the topic comes only, your voice becomes throat pain, no? Yes. Do you know all the trigonometrical ratios? Yes or no? Tell now. Yes, so tell one of the trigonometrical ratios. Standard. Fast. This much time we need to tell one trigonometrical ratio. You want to hear from any one of the person of this class? Okay, tell one trigonometrical ratio. You are the best friend, no? Always sitting and talking, you know. Tell one of the trigonometrical ratios. Tan theta. What is tan theta? Tell what is tan theta. Perpendicular upon base. Understood? So this way. You know any one of the trigonometrical ratio? Yes. Tell. Anyone will tell. Sin theta. What is sin theta? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. All of you followed. Varun, another trigonometrical ratio. Sin theta. Cos theta. What is cos theta? Base upon hypotenuse. Path. Another trigonometrical ratio. Cot theta. What is cot theta? Base upon perpendicular. Sit down. Another one. Yes. Ishita. Tan theta is already said. Another one. Sec theta. What is sec theta? Hypotenuse upon base. Sit down. So 6 ratios are there. This is the one. Okay, you are already reading from there only. Then Vijay, close that one. Now, that is the first thing you all of you need to know, because this we are going to apply. In this heights and distances, one side and one angle will be given. You may be asked to find out the other one. In this figure, which is the height over here?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. What is the distance? Distance or distance. Completely depends upon the figure. Next, previous knowledge you need is values of the standard angles. You know what are the standard angles?
Yes, sir.
Who knows what the standard angles? Okay, tell which are standard angles.
Sir, 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree.
All of you follow.
Yes.
Which are standard angles? 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. Okay. Do you know the values of all the ratios?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how to make the table?
Yes, sir.
If you don't know, I'll explain that way. Then anyone having a problem. So this one, look here. And how it is getting and all, I'm not going to tell. Just listen this much. This is 0, this is 30, this is 45, 60, and 90. Who is talking?
Sir.
You are talking.
Yes, sir.
Why you are talking?
Man. No, sir, I am not talking.
Okay. Still there are people are talking. Shambhavi is talking. Arshita is talking to whom?
Sir, I'm talking to my friend.
You are talking to your friend.
Thanks,
Yeah. Look here. All of you listen, while writing itself, you try to learn and remember.
Sin theta zero.
All of you be quiet.
1 upon root 2, root 3 upon c. 1 cos 0.
All of you be quiet.
Yes.
Learn this one. 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Sin 0 is 0, sin 30 is 1 by 2, sin 45 is root 1 by root 2, sin 60 is. Go to that side. Move that quietly, sit. No discussions required, okay? And cos sin 60 root 3 by 2 and sin 90 is equal to 1. Okay. Next, after sin theta, next one it is coming as cos theta. It's a reverse order, just write the values.
1 root 3 by 2, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, 0.
It is a reverse order. Okay. Next, after that, the third one is called tan theta. Tan theta is sin by cos 0 by 1. This is 1 upon root 3. This is 1 root 3. This is the one. Okay. Basically, if you know sin and tan means you can find out all. Next is cosec. Cosec theta is the reciprocal of sin. Reciprocal of 0 is not defined. 2 root 2, 2 by root 3 and 1. Next is sec theta. The reciprocal of cos 1, 2 by root 3, root 2, 2 not defined. And the last one is cot. Is the reciprocal of tan. Reciprocal of 0 not defined. Root 3, 1 by root 3. Reciprocal of not defined is 0. Reciprocal of 0 is not defined, so not defined is 0. That is it. Basically, if you know these three means this is enough. Now look here. In this chapter, you will be getting us basically this part. No 0, no 90. You cannot draw a triangle with 0 degree. Okay, you cannot draw a triangle with a two angles 90 degrees. So that's why we are going to use these basic values. Okay. Remaining other values you will be obtained. It will be obtained from where? From your table. Okay, trigonometrical tables. Okay, this much is the basic part, basic fundamentals you should know. Any problem this one? Okay, these are the basic things. Now, if you know this one, the remaining part I am going to explain.
Sir, don't interrupt.
Where
I want to write.
write fast. If you want to write, it is there in the books and all. Sec is the reciprocal of cos. If you want, I write this one.
Not barbar.
Sir, so cos is the opposite of sin.
Yes.
What is it?
सब बोल रहा है
Opposite.
What is opposite?
Cos theta is the opposite of sin theta.
Cos theta is opposite. What do you mean by opposite?
So like,
Huh?
it is the
What do you mean by
reverse.
huh?
If sin theta is like 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, so
The reversed order.
Yes.
Okay.
दो तीन चार पाँच छः
Paritosh knows all these values.
So you don't in the textbook.
So textbook will be provided in for you in the exam.
Sir, I memorize.
I can remember it. Next class I'll ask you. No?
Okay.
Completed.
No, sir. 0, 30, 40, 5, 60, 90. Sin theta. Sin theta. On this. All this.
Hello. Now slowly start making the table and all. I will not give time. Time over.
3 upon 2, 1, 0.
Done.
Sir, wait a second. Time is sir, thank you. 8 minutes. 0, 3, 1, 2, 3, Yeah.
Okay now? Ayush. Reciprocals and all noted down. Now, all of you know this one by this one reciprocal relation also you know. These reciprocal relations and the identities we are done in trigonometrical identities, remember, we have complementary relations, not much required.
So
Now,
cosec theta is the reciprocal of sin theta.
yes, sec theta is the reciprocal of cos. Cot theta is the reciprocal of tan. Okay, all of you stop writing the table. Close the book. What is doing? Okay, now listen. Now the main part I am going to tell. The main part of height and distance is the figure. Once your figure is got correct, means the remaining part normally you might not make mistake. Because right triangle I am finding the sides only. 1 or 2 questions, 3, 4 questions done means you will be in a park. I'll just cut everything and throw it in the dustbin, okay? Then you will come to know. Okay. Now, so once if the figure comes and what this one triangle 1 or 2 sums done, you can able to identify and you can able to solve the business. But the main part is drawing the figure. It's a word problem. Word problem means you have to understand the meaning of the question, then frame the figure. Remember, these questions come for nowadays even 6-mark questions are there. It can come for 4, 5, 6 marks. Okay, that's a word problem. Okay, and again, generally, otherwise sometimes simple normal question 1 mark also you can get it very simple ones. Generally, it is coming as a 6-mark question. Important. If the figure is wrong, means mark is 0. Okay, if the figure is wrong, means mark is 0. Now, if the figure is correct, means you will get for the correct figure 1 mark. That means so importance of the figure is very most important thing. If the figure, so your solutions are based on the figure. Okay, sir. Now I am going to tell. Now I have to introduce only this chapter to do means I need to introduce only 3 terms, and after that doing the sums. That's all. Nothing new to study. One is called angle of elevation or incline. No need to write. Just listen. Okay. Angle of elevation or inclination. Second one is called angle of depression or declination. And the third one is called line of sight. Okay. Line of sight. Okay, SIGHT. Okay, line of sight. Listen. All of you know what is the meaning of horizontal?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by horizontal? Parallel to the ground. Ground is horizontal. Parallel to x-axis, ground is considered as horizontal. Now, where is the application means, you know, if you go outside and see a tree, find the height of the tree. Can you find, how do you find the height of the tree?
Why to one measuring?
Why do you want this? Height of the tree means simple thing is measuring depth. Can you find out the measuring depth and go to the top and find out? Is it possible? Maybe so those who can climb the tree, still it is not possible. You cannot go to the top branch or top leaf. Understood or not? So for that one, to find the height means next is, so that is okay. So still, okay, so it is not that. Now here, suppose if the tree is coming this one, it's a 1 year to is a tree is, some trees are this way, no. What is the height of the tree? Is it like here, this is AB represent the tree? What is the height of the tree?
AC.
Is it AB or AC?
AC.
AC. Understood or not? This is called the height of the tree. This is its length. Okay. So first thing is keep in mind that whenever height means this perpendicular distance is coming. Now to find this height of the tree, height of the building, these all things we will apply trigonometrical properties. So for that one, suppose the tree is over here, let's come to the. I can find out this length. Maybe a point over here. I am standing over here. See, this length I can measure in depth. I can measure it.
Yes, sir.
If I can join this connector over here, get an angle over here. Okay,
Theta.
this theta. If I get this length, this step means I can find out the height of the tree by with the help of Trigonometrical properties.
Sir,
Okay.
if
Understood or not? Okay, that is
Sir, if sir, if AC is the perpendicular and AB is the base, so what we can give the name to BC?
BC is the distance of the, that all things we discuss, okay, distance from the point to the top of the street. That all things according to this one, okay. This is the hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse in this figure and all? Now, for that one, first case is coming as, let's come to, first is line of sight. For line of sight, two words I am going to do tell us. One is called the observer and the second one is called the object. Observer and the object. Now, if I am the observer and I look at the fan, so what is object? Fan. So observer is myself. Observer is denoted by a point, let's say A. Object also denoted by a point
A dash.
A, B, by no dash and just like that. Now join AB. That sight line is called the line of sight. So what is line of sight? Line joining the observer and the object. Understood or not? What is the line of sight? Line joining the observer and the object. Immediately think about, sir, this one A is you consider myself. So are you making it as a point or fan? Is it there is a length or distance
Sir,
is there?
board.
Okay,
Board
that's
is
it.
to
Listen. Now, here, if it is given a person, I am observing fan over there. Myself will be marked as a point only. And this fan also marked as a point only. If it is coming instead of that one, my height is given over there. Let's say my height is given 1.76 centimeter or 1.73 meter. Okay, so over there. So correspondingly, then figure changes. Understood? So generally, most of the cases, you will see that a person standing and observing. That means person is denoted by what? Point. Suppose if it is coming as Paritosh is standing out here, he is observing an aeroplane. Okay, that's flying over there. So then Paritosh is denoted by A and this one B is denoted by aeroplane. Now you go in front of the aeroplane. It's a parked airplane. What is it? Is it a point only? No. So but observation when it means it's considered as a point. Understood now? Okay. Now line of sight, all of you followed. Now line of sight, it is not toward the. So if I stand over here and I look something down, then after that, okay, I stand over here. A car is parked over there. Then again, this is the line. Generally, line of sight is not horizontal. Okay, it will be slanting form. What happened to you?
Sir, what if now you are standing here and seeing the door?
Seeing the door. Where is the door? They will specify. Okay. Understood. It's not that seeing way things are. They will be specified. Now, next is whenever we stand over there, I am vertical to the ground. Okay, and my eyesight is horizontal to the ground. My looks observation. Understood this one? Okay, so that is why these are the second condition. Panga, listen. So listen for the angle of elevation. Panga, where you staying?
Sector 1.
Sector 1, Kargar. Which building? How many floors are there?
Sir, 12.
Only 12 floors are there, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen all of you. Panga came from the school and from he standing at the gate. Immediately he looked up. So he found the building on the top of the building. So this is the building. Okay. So this is the building and let's say as okay, BC. Okay. So while looking up, he's standing over there. On the top of the building, on the top, he found one girl was standing over there. Okay. Anyway, it is not positive. Okay. Okay. So, what is A here?
Panga.
What is C?
Girl.
Okay. What is BC?
The height.
Building. Okay. So all become very obvious. Now, so okay. Now look here. Girls case. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Daily you check the book of it. So, look here. Here. So what is observer according to you? A where? Point cell. A. Object. C. What is the line of sight? AC. Okay. Understood? AC is the line of sight. This much all of you followed? Okay. Now listen to here. Angle of elevation. I'm going to define and I'll show the angle. Angle of elevation is the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal. Have you seen the line of sight over here?
Yes, sir.
What is it? AC. And what is the horizontal? It is the angle between line of sight and the horizontal when the object is above the horizontal. Above the horizontal or above the observer. So he has to look up. Understood or not? The object is up now. Okay, so therefore this angle. This angle is called the angle of elevation. Are you followed? Let's say the angle of elevation, let's say 60 degrees. Okay, are you followed? So you followed what you mean by line of sight?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Quietly sit and do your actions and run. Okay. Now, okay, angle of elevation is the angle between
The
line of sight and the horizontal when the object is above the horizontal or above the. Okay, this much is clear. Now, I'm going to tell one by one in this figure itself. A. What is A? Pratik. Okay, what is A is called? Observer. Okay, points. What is BC? Height of the building. What is C? Object. Okay, what is AC? Okay, girl. Okay. Okay, what is AC?
Line of sight.
Okay, now. What is the height of the building? Get inside. What is AC here? What is AC here?
AC, line of sight.
But line of sight is over. According to sit down there. Okay. AC is the this listen here. Now let's come to the what problem is. AC is the distance between Panga and the girl C. Okay. Understood?
Yes,
So find the distance between Panga and girl means what you have to find out? AC. Okay. Answer hello. Be quiet and listen to me. Okay. What now next is what is AB?
AB base.
Distance between Panga and the building. Understood or not? Question when it is coming, you have to think that way. That is why I am correlating over here. What is BC? Height. Are you followed this match? Okay, this figure is clear. Angle of elevation is very clear now.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So excited now. Okay. So hearing the story, what you Rasim, where do you stay? Huh? Sector 10. How many floors are in your building? 12. Acha, same. Okay. So what did you do? Okay, what Rasim did? So hearing the story of Panga, he was so excited.
Sir, there is no child or any girl in my system.
Acha, that is the problem, no? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So listen, common sense is that nobody will look for the girl from years around society. Okay.
Common sense.
Okay. Otherwise, parents will be. Okay. So ask me, I will teach you. Okay. All right. Now, so yeah, free. Now, here. So what Rasim said, he ran to the. So he reached over there. Okay. So PQ. But for disappointment, there is nobody was there. So then he looked down. So where is Rasim? Where is Rasim now? At Q. At Q. So he looked down. So he looked down and he found some. Okay, one dog was standing. You like dogs? You don't like dogs, doesn't it? Cat. Okay, forget about one. Okay, one car was parked over there. Okay, so one car was parked over there. So he is observing the car. So let's come to this one by one. What is Q? What is R? Car. Okay, so what is the object? What is the observer? Therefore, what is the line of sight? That match is come. All of you follow that match? Now I'm going to talk about what is angle of depression. Okay. All of you listen. I did not ask this one. I said I will explain what is angle of depression. Okay, this is PQR. So the figure, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. Okay. Angle of depression is the angle between line of sight and all experts and all be quiet. Okay, this expert thing showing you marks. One girl 78 marks, she is quietly sitting and listening. One girl 76 marks quietly listening. Okay, and if the people now listen. Now, what is angle of depression means? Angle between line of sight and the horizontal when the object is below the horizontal or below the observer. Okay, so that means you have to make a horizontal over here. This angle is called the angle of depression. Are we followed or not? Okay, don't make
Sir,
this
can you
angle.
repeat?
That is why first. That is why be careful. This is not the angle of elevation or angle of depression is not with the vertical line. It is with the horizontal. So I repeat, what is angle of depression? It is the angle between
The horizontal.
line of sight and the horizontal when the object is below the observer. Are you followed now? Okay. Now agreed now. Now you must have seen this angle. These two angles are parallel.
Yes, sir.
Automatically these two angles are
Alternate angles.
equal angles. Okay. Imagine this figure. Okay. So I said who was looking at whom? Instead of that one, suppose girl is looking at Panga. Why you people become jealous of it? This is angle of depression is saying 60 degree. Basic concept, if you think, means you know angle of elevation and angle of depression is almost the same concepts are coming. But in the exam, if angle of depression, don't assert angle of depression is same thing. Don't mark this one out. Without marking, you mark this one means the figure is wrong. Understood or not? First, you will mark this way the figure. Then you mark, okay, these two angles are equal. Okay, that is it. Understood now, all of you? Okay. Now, all right. Okay. Hello. Daily, don't go and stand and look up. Yeah. All right. People will be happy. What happened?
मेरे सामने वाले
Yeah. So, so angle of elevation, angle of depression, all of you followed. There is no problem. Okay. So now stories apart. So now figure is clear. Okay. Now, next is let's come to one by one cases. First thing is generally you will get maximum 2 triangle figure. Maximum 2 triangle is maximum 2 right triangle figure. Means 2 different angles. Maybe one is 60 degree, one is 45 degree, like the 2 angles. Generally, you will not get 3 angles and all. Okay. And most of the cases you will be given us this 30, 60 and all, 45 and all. There you will put the standard values. If it is any other value other than the standard values, now you have to use the from the table and here. Now, immediately the question comes, so sin 60 is there in the table, should we use? No. Okay, sin 60 values to look at there are in the book you will see 0.866. No, sin 60 value you will substitute as what it is equal to √3 by 2. Okay, that is the same. Next. Now, so these all followed the elevation difference. Next is in the figure, these all cases are given. Now, one more thing I have to tell. So here, this is the figure is clear. Look at here. Suppose if it is given, so I said Panga is standing and observing a girl. Okay, now in another question, let's say Panga of height 1.5 meter, observing the girl with an angle of elevation of 60 degree. Then this is not the figure. Understood? Even in that case, your figure will be, if the height of a person is given means you have to mark that thing with the height. Like this one, suppose it is 6. Listen. Okay. 1.5 meter means 1.5 over here, and this is E over here. This is 1.5. Understood or not? Now, don't think about. So he's observing with his eye only. So the remaining height is there. How to take and all. That all not there. So when you look up means automatically it's considered as that height will be automatically taken considered. These are not exact answer. It's just an approximate values only. Okay. So this is the one. Now in this figure, what is the height of the building?
The height of the building.
Height of the building. It is again BC only. His height is here, the building put is here now. Okay, it is not EC. Over here, when you use this triangle, you will get the length of EC by the trigonometry. So height of the building is B plus EC, that is BC. Are you followed, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Sir, one side will be given now.
this any one of the value will be given. That is not enough. Otherwise, something else also will be given. Some other property, 2 angles is given. Okay, there are questions are there. Okay, like for example, I will little more narrate this case over here since you asked me. Okay, so Panga stands over there. Okay, so he found the girl over there with an angle of 60 or let's say as an angle of 30 degree. Okay, since he could not identify the girl, he walking toward the building to a meter of let's say 10 meter, then observe. So then he reached at the point D with an angle of 30 degree. So this is an angle of 60 degrees. Then this is 10 meters. See, figure how it is changed now. Are you followed? So that means Panga stands over here and observe the girl who is on the top of the building with an angle of 30 degree. So since he could not identify the girl, so he walked towards the building with an angle of which one? 60 degree. Okay. Then, okay, there is with a 60 degrees with an angle with a distance of 10 meter angle. So this figure. Now, next is another one. This is another way. The figure question can become another way. Okay, since he could this one, let's say he observed an angle of let's say as 45 degree. Okay, so he could not identify the girl. Since there was one ladder was kept over there, it's a vertical ladder was there. So he climbed the ladder of okay. Understood or not? Ladder of height, let's say 15 meter. He observed the girl from there. The angle of elevation is equal to 30 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Understood or not? What I am telling it's not you people Panga girl on this. Not that way. Okay. Instead of Panga, there will be a man stand over there. He is observing over there, something over there. Let's say one let's say bird was this one sitting over there. Then to identify, he climbed 15 meters vertically above it. So the value situations, according to the situation, you have to change the figure. Understood now? Then next is from here, the different values you can find out. The triangles will come, one triangle, second triangle, and the situations will come. Now, so that all questions when it is coming will come. Now look here. The figure will contains like tree, vertical line segment, building, vertical line segment, tower, vertical line segment, cliff, vertical line segment, mountain, again vertical lines. These all questions are words are coming. Okay.
Sir,
Observer,
sky.
Sky means, you know, there are cases are there that all, again, the height of the sky and all, the height of the cloud and all written. Okay, now, next is this one, height, aeroplane is passing around, it's height of the, from here. A kite is flying over there, height is height. Okay, these all things, but you will be having the triangular type of figure only. Person is always denoted by point. Okay, if we observing whatever, like I said, an aeroplane is moving, so it is again denoted by a point. Okay, the otherwise heights are given. A person is standing on the deck of a ship and observing the top of the mountain. So if there is nothing mentioning from deck of the ship is point and this one. Or if instead of that one, a person is standing on the deck of a ship, which is 100 meters above the water level to the top of the mountain. Then you have to make like this one 100 meters, then the things are this. So you have to read the question and identify. Next, in a question, if it is given, a building is given and tower is given in the same question, a building and a tower. Okay, which is taller? Building tower, huh? Okay, listen, you will not conclude anything. Building is taller, tower is taller, you cannot conclude. Mountain is there, cliff is there. Okay, the tower and the mountain is there. These all things you don't conclude. Read question and identify. Understood? Read the question and identify. If these two trees are there or two buildings are there, which one? So what you do means, you know, you read question from and to. I will give a statement over there. From the top of a building, the angle of elevation, and no need to write, think and listen. From the top of a building, the angle of elevation and depression of the top and bottom of a second building are 30 degree and 60 degree. I repeat, no need to address, okay. From the top of the building, the angle of elevation and depression of a second building is 30 degree and 60 degree respectively. So how many buildings are there? Two buildings. First, now which is taller, first or second? First, second, that is the condition now. From where to where? So I'll draw the figure. From the top of a building. So there is the building, listen. From the top of the building, the angle of elevation of the top means from here to see the top, what you have to look? You have to look up. And you will see the building top. This is given us how much? 30 degree. And depression of the bottom 60 degree. Are you followed? Yes, sir. So this is the first building and this is the second building. Are you followed?
Yes, sir.
Now, understood or not? Second, the other one it is given. From the top of a building, the angles of depression of the top and bottom of a second building. From the top of a building, the angles of depression of the top and bottom of a second building means first is taller, second is shorter, because depression is coming, then the figure will come this way. Depressions of the top and bottom. This is the depression of the top, and this is the depression toward the bottom. Suppose it is given 30 degree and this is equal to 60 degree. Are we following the situations? One by one, condition to condition, you have to identify. So identify, you have to imagine, sometimes a man is standing over here, observing at top of the tree with an elevation of 30 degree. After moving towards it of a 200 meter, the angle of elevation changes to 60 degree. Then you have to see, think, I'm standing over there, then moving here, then it is again the angle changes. Like that, or sometimes it is moving behind. Then it will be decreasing like that. You have to think and you have to frame the figure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions when you do means your work will be almost done. Important thing is drawing the figure. Once the figure you got me, then you will see there is one right triangle I can use. Another right triangle I can use. No properties you get. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, time over.
Yes, 1 minute.
One. 7:30 time will cover now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo, bye.
Thank you.
Homeworks are doing now.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I.
Bye, sir.
Okay, now.
अरे वो साउथ में